Guys, this is huge. Look how much the search is changing, and it's changing across multiple things. I typed in best cabinet painter in NYC. You have the sponsored results. This is on Google, by the way. You have the paid ads on top, no surprise. Notice the top one talks about cabinet repair, but not cabinet painting. I actually know this guy. He's quite cool. Professional cabinet painting is lime wash. Doesn't really make a ton of sense. Anyways, you scroll down. You have the Google Maps section, which is another ad from the person who's at the top. You have 3 organic listings. You have Reddit, and then you have organic websites, Paintworks and Decorating, Yelp, and then people also ask another Reddit post, some organic company websites. Okay, so you see the layout. Ads, Google Maps, Reddit, organic websites, people also ask. I go to Claude. Claude is an AI chatbot search engine thing. Best cabinet painter in NYC. I searched for highly rated cabinet painters in NYC for you. I searched on the web. Came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You notice the 2 of them are on the same Google search. But I asked it, where did you search on the web to get these results? How did you choose these 5 companies? Why did you choose them? Great. I used a web search tool. That's kind of vague. That queries a search engine with terms best cabinet painters NYC. Now, that's a little bit different than what I typed in. I typed in best cabinet painter in NYC, so it changed it a little bit and added an S. This returned 10 different web results, a mix of business directories, review sites, and company websites that ranked highly. How I chose these 5 companies, I reviewed all 10 search results and selected ones that had strong positive indicators like ratings, detailed customer reviews, specific praise, clear evidence of specialization in cabinet painting. I say this all the time. You got to have specific service pages on specific services and blog posts on specific services. This is exactly why. This is AI now pulling straight from the web, straight from your website, not just general painting, that you do cabinet painting. You see reviews and then specialized proof that you do that, verifiable information that's a legitimate business, and you're relevant to NYC location-wise. All those things make a complete sense. And it's really not that different than what Google is doing. It may have even just pulled all this stuff from Google anyways. So why did you choose 5? Honestly, there wasn't a scientific reason for choosing exactly 5. It was somewhat arbitrary. I was aiming to give you enough quality options to compare, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can see how I did it. So some of the stuff was the same as Google, but you want to have specific pages on your site and reviews that mention this stuff so you can show up in these searches, because people are using these AI tools as well to find services and find out information. You can also see it. So now I did it on ChatGPT. Best cabinet painter in NYC. If you're looking for top notch, I point you to this one, which was also on this list in Claude, NYCA contractors. It was also, I believe, in the Google Maps section, NYCA contractors. So this guy's crushing it. He's in all 3. But now it's interesting why they stand out. They specialize in cabinet painting. They have 5-star reviews. They use high-end finishes. It explains their process. This is all coming from their website. So like all of the stuff that Google and these AI tools, it's ranking and pulling stuff in the same way, more or less. It's pulling from people's websites. It's pulling from their services, their reviews, all this stuff, specific content. It's not, you notice it doesn't say anything about the social media. It doesn't say how many followers they have, how many likes they have. It doesn't say if they have a video on Instagram about cabinet painting. It's pulling directly from the web, from websites. So then I scroll down. Why did you list only one company? Where did you search to find this company? What did you base your choice on? Why only one? Because the search pulled one clear match, best cabinet painter in NYC. That's interesting. You see, it was singular. Now on the Claude search, it changed my best cabinet painter to painters with an S, made it plural. So this one was like, you asked for the best cabinet painter, you asked for 1. So I gave you 1. Kind of makes sense. If you want a top 5 list, I can do that. Okay, the initial results were thin and mixed. That's kind of weird. Where did you search? I ran a web search, a standard Google style query via their search tool. So it may not be using Google exactly, but it's using something that's a search engine just like Google, is what it's saying. The results included directories, Home Advisor, Angie, Yelp, local painting companies, I'm assuming that's their websites, a few cabinet refinishing shops, and 1 contractor with clear cabinet focused service pages, photo galleries, and reviews. I mean, this is what you need. This contractor stood out because it had all these things. Okay, great. Blah blah blah. It was not like we also paint cabinets. Is looking for dedicated cabinet pages before and after workshop, real reviews, NYC relevant. I mean, the list goes on and on. This company had built their case on their website with their content that this is what they do. Here's proof of it, and it's easy to find. So now it says, if you want, I can pull up 5 more, pros and cons, price ranges. I asked it for the top 5 cabinet painters in NYC. So now I pulled up Paintworks and Decorating, shout out. It was also on the Google Maps listing right here. It has a 4.9. There they are again. NYCA contractors. Houndstooth Painting, NYC Cabinets LLC. There's no rating there. It's kind of interesting. I guess it has cabinets in the name. It mentions the website's dedicated to that. 5-star, blah, blah, blah. It tells you a quick comparison of different companies, what to go with, my recommendations. It mentions Paintworks and NYC, and it says I can pull up 10 to 15 more. Okay, so it said some of the companies have a star rating. What is this based on? It's a good catch. Google business profile most likely. Why does it say most likely? You're the one that gave me these results. When the search tool finds a contractor with a Google business profile, it puts all their information in. Okay, great. Others had none. Only if you're publicly indexed Google listing. Okay. Secondary sources. Data could come from Yelp, Angie's, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, but it looks exactly like Google business profile data. So some companies don't have a rating in their listing was because they couldn't find a Google business profile. They don't have enough reviews or any. I'm not sure what enough is, or they don't have any. Their listing isn't properly indexed, which is interesting. They operate more as a service area business with no physical address. They simply don't have a verified Google listing. That's interesting because all of these service companies, while they have a physical address, I guess in this listing, they do also have a service area because they still have to go to your home or your business to paint the cabinets or to reinstall them or to paint the frames, which is interesting, but it's still saying that a physical address is important and that a Google business profile is important. That's the first thing it's pulling off of, and Google reviews are important. And then it's going to Yelp, Angie's, Home Advisor, Thumbtack reviews. So it's like, I don't know if it's pulling directly from, if it's just using a Google search when I asked it, or it's using the exact same parameters, but you can see there's a lot of crossover in the results, but there's still some stuff that's very different. As you saw, it recommended a company with no reviews, but because they have cabinets in their name. So that's interesting. And I don't think that Google really would have done that because these top 3 or 4 is an ad and then people with reviews. Yeah, the star ratings are not subjective. They came directly from public business listings that search engines detected. Well, there you have it, guys. The Google business profile is extremely important. Even when people are using AI searches like ChatGPT or Claude, the Google reviews are extremely important. And then your website is extremely important because it's being pulled across all 3 of these different things. So people may be moving from Google, they may be moving AI more, or Google may be using AI more in their searches. It's looking at your website. It's looking that you have a specific service page for that service, proof, before and after photos, verified reviews, an address, you're local to the area. All these things matter. Like, you can't sleep on your website. You can't sleep on the Google business profile. You can't sleep on the reviews. So that's all we got for now. Things are changing, but the foundation is still there, and it's your website, your content, your reviews, your service pages. Like, you got to build that stuff. You got to build proof. That's all for now.